Finn Hammond, and Johnny Fisher.
So, the way the several questions work is that basically we found a machine in the woods called the Questionator 5000 that was evidently engineered to generate infinite, very silly questions, and Johnny, Finn, and I have dedicated our lives to answering them all, one by one by one. Now, we will acknowledge that Johnny's attention might be a little bit split from this endeavor at this point because of his brand new podcast. I think you guys heard that last week. I think it went really well, really smoothly. Your co-host kind of dead weight, but Johnny, I thought you did really good.
Thanks.
Have you gotten a lot of feedback, fan mail, gifts, roses, applause, advertisements?
Television deals.
TV deals, stand-up deals?
All of the above.
Oh, whoa.
Oh my God. Yeah, I know. It's been a busy week.
We better not talk about it too much, though, because you don't want to, ruin it. You're not allowed to speak about some of the projects, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's really exciting for you, Johnny. And what else is really exciting for you is that, listen to this shit, you're going to get the first question. Can you believe that?
Oh.
Yeah, okay. Here we go. Gonna press, hold on, where are the buttons? Let me put my glasses on here. And if I'm looking at, there it is. Okay, here we go. And button.
Where would be the most irritating place to encounter an advertisement?
In the butt?
Classic newlywed game answer.
Yeah. Wow. So
that would be irritating, though.
It would be. It's itchy.
Would that be an audio thing, I wonder? Or like, how would the what form would the oh man, it plants a suppository and it goes. It's like Rolaids, like that. I'm sorry that we started off the show.
Look at you funny.
Johnny's got kind of a new edge with this new show that he's got, this rock and roll show. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like
this is just the tip of the iceberg. If you listen to the rock show,
oh boy, that one's.
Oh God.
You know how you all listen to this with your kids around the fire every night. That wouldn't be a good idea.
Let's just say,
okay.
Yeah, let's just leave it there.
Let's just leave it right there. I don't want to say anything else. Okay, so what?
He's doing it like Ozzy Osbourne in that song.
That one.
Oh no, he's
Okay, so John, where would be the most irritating place to? I will say, can I just butt in here quick? Let's list a couple of irritating places already. The gas station pump, that's an annoying one because you're already like watching your money pump away, and they're trying to sell you something, and it's really loud. Yeah, and all I want to do is just sit there and huff. You know what I mean? Just let me huff in peace. You're freaking me out.
There's like there's the news on there, right? There's like full on television shows you can watch.
Are there? I think you're thinking of the TV. You're just huffing gas at your house, watching TV.
Yeah, what do you guys think
of? Yeah. So there's that one. There's ads that are like in front of a urinal. I mean, I don't know that they have video ones, but they have them. They also have like ones that are like shopping cart. Like they'll run ads in your shopping cart. I think I've heard of this.
I think it'd be really annoying if, like, as you're checking out at the grocery store, like they already spit out those coupons, which you're like, do I have to take this?
Here,
but
you
like
throw
if they
this
were
away.
like just before you pay, it's like, are you sure you don't want some strawberries?
So you're talking about like upselling and like that?
Yeah,
at the counter upselling. Oh, did you guys ever have retail jobs where you had to do that? Where you had to upsell? Totally. Oh, I'm sure you did, John. 100%. Starbucks. I don't want to advertise for them. Let's say Starbucks.
Starbucks. Yeah. That's more Johnny's podcast.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Starbucks.
He said, did you say Starbucks? Okay, anyway. Tony Starbucks. When you worked there, I'm sure you had to upsell stuff. So you had like a script kind of you had to say? Or did you just have to generally try to upsell?
You generally just had to do it. But also, prior to that job, it was probably even worse when it was like early 2000s when you had like secret shoppers come in.
Right.
So they specifically set up like this Coca-Cola event. So you'd have to like, for this time, between that time, you had to specifically upsell a drink with your purchase or whatever. And if you didn't, then you'd get dinged by a secret shopper at some point.
Would you like a Coke with that coffee?
Yes.
Would you like a bottle of Coke?
Yeah, we don't sell it, but would you like one?
Yeah.
I'm just curious.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Across the street.
worked at Blockbuster for a few years, and there was a lot of upselling there, and we worked at the campus one, so it's like nobody is pre-ordering Bambi, but we have to still offer every single person that. Otherwise, they get a free rental. They get a coupon for a free rental if I don't say that.
When did you work there? The 60s?
Yeah, in the 60s. No, it was the re-release of Bambi. Remember how Disney movies used to be in the vault? And then somebody would Ocean's 13 style. Hold on. Why Ocean's 13? As though that's the...
You like the girls?
No, that was 12. Oh, that's 13?
I think so.
I thought that was like 8 or 9 because they went back.
Oh, is there? Oh.
Ocean's 1 is just Finding Nemo. That's the heist.
It's just the ocean.
George Clooney was the turtle or whatever.
I see. It goes Finding Nemo, Finding Dory. They break into a casino.
No, you missed Losing Dory. It's not quite as popular.
Losing
but
Dory.
Why else are you gonna find? Yeah.
Well, the first one is called Losing Dory.
Oh right.
No, I guess the second one is called
Losing Nemo. Nemo Gets Lost is the first one. Finding Nemo is the second one. Dory Gets Lost is the third one. Finding Dory is the fourth one. They put more effort into this even numbered one.
I see.
The other ones were kind of set up. It was almost like a 2-part film. Anyway, that's what we're doing is Ocean 11ing what? What am I Ocean 11ing or Ocean 13ing? What am I finding?
The Bambi.
Yeah.
Right, Bambi. So that's... What are we talking about even? I lost my whole train of thought.
You had to upsell Bambi.
Had to upsell Bambi. Okay, what else? So that would be an annoying spot. Finn, you got any answer for this?
There's like I think it's advertising is super annoying now, and I think we take it for granted. Like, I feel like the whole world kind of feels like the daily news or whatever when you click on something.
Yeah, I think
don't want
the side of like bus wraps. Those are like, because that's like is so in your vision. Like you're not even doing it. You're not engaging in the. You know what I mean? It's like
really long train.
It just like passes in front of you. Yeah, like you're not even doing anything. You're just like existing, and all of a sudden this ad just moves past you.
It's like charming when you watch old movies or whatever to see a bus with nothing on it, or to see a park bench with like no thing, like no posters, nothing telling you to get tested for whatever. Your doctor is not telling you to get tested because he's worried about you. Never mind. Oh wait, what are we talking about?
Your doctor's not calling you every day to make sure that you get seen for your condition.
Yeah, that didn't used to happen
because he noticed. It's like they never used to notice that I didn't pick up my prescriptions that I need to live. Yeah, that is pretty annoying.
I don't know if I've talked about this in the podcast because I say this a lot, but I think it is extremely interesting. So you guys seen Minority Report movie? Mm-hmm. All right. So the set designer on that, I saw this interview with him where he's like, so when I saw the script on Minority Report, I was like, okay, I have this vision for how it should look. Like there's advertisements everywhere and they know your name and they talk to you directly and they like are trying to sell you things that you like. And it's around every corner and everywhere you go. And like it looks so sleek and smooth. And then I guess Apple, and then Minority Report was, I guess, a big movie. And then Apple stole that aesthetic and the world literally became his like nightmare. He invented this hellscape and then it like became
so it's like Apple didn't watch the whole movie.
So yeah, they watched the first half, the good half.
Oh, that looks neat.
Yeah, literally, yeah. Because it
worked out great. It worked out great for the corporation, probably. or the
For
government
the
or
Apple
whoever.
version.
No, are you saying that this happened in Minority Report? It was terrible, and then Apple tried to do it, basically.
Yeah, it wasn't like explicitly like a dystopian future, but like remember like him moving the screens around? Did you guys see that movie?
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah, it was awesome.
So what you're saying
Like,
is
to
that
him,
it ended up being horrible, but Apple still took the aesthetic.
to the set designer, that was hell. That was
Oh,
like
I thought you meant
corporate
to.
takeover.
I thought you meant to Tom Cruise,
Oh, yeah, he's the same guy.
because he's got knives for hands already. You know what I mean?
What are you talking about?
Oh, you know when
yes,
he
yes.
runs, he's got knives for hands. I don't know.
Oh, right.
And he
I thought
can't
we were
stop
talking about Edward.
jumping on. Oh,
Edward
Edward
Knives Hands.
Edward knives for hands.
Knives for hands.
He jumps up on couches too.
Yeah.
Tommy knives for hands. Okay, so I think the bathtub would be a terrible place for ads. I think we're being too realistic here, or current day. Because imagine all your walls. What if you could get a cheaper rent by having ads on your walls?
Oh, right. Watch these ads this many times a month, and you get
Or
this
your
percent off.
all your walls were just covered in ads. You know how like the sides of stadiums behind,
Do
how
they
they'll
change, or is it
big
just always the
screen.
same
Yeah,
ad?
constantly changing, like light up so you can see it. You know what I mean? Like so that it catches your attention.
I would do that, but then put it like a blanket over it or something.
No, you can't.
They got to do that.
It burns up. It burns the blanket and then kills you. Maybe it can like sense that, and then you have to pay more rent if you cover it up. They can tell.
Yeah, you're evicted.
So
Or if your
you're
pet's collar was
affected.
like a streaming
Oh yeah.
banner, like a ticker of stuff.
Dog news.
You get the latest dog news from your dog's collar.
Benji found dead. Overdose suspected. Yeah, Benji had a rough time.
Yeah.
He was a child star, a lot of children's stars have a puppy star. I mean, he was a puppy star. A lot of. Okay, I think we nailed this one. Let's move on to the next question. What do you think? Okay, and this next one is in honor of Benji. I hope it's a dog-themed question.
If you had to come up with your own tea flavor, what would it be called?
Well, it's really on theme with the last question with Benji
Yeah,
there.
definitely.
Maybe you should.
Oh, dog themed question.
Yeah, maybe you should like come up with a brand that like the money goes to the Humane Society or something in honor of Benji.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Yeah, I can see this with all the millennials out there. Tea for your dogs.
Oh man, yeah, avocado tea probably.
Yeah, that's what they
peanut
like.
butter tea.
Bacon. Actually, dogs would probably like that.
Bacon
Yeah.
tea.
Yeah.
I'd like bacon tea.
Yeah, yeah.
Like you could call it a T-bone.
Ooh, there you go.
Yeah,
Some-
let's start
just
there.
bone broth?
Smoky tea. Tastes
Smoked
like
tea.
bacon.
Tastes like bacon.
Yeah, I would do that.
Like
That's a good
just
idea.
liquid smoke and hot water.
Or just tastes like breakfast. Toast.
Oh, breakfast tea. It could be called the real
yeah.
breakfast tea, kind of
I
like
think
the real
it's
Ghostbusters.
Yes.
Remember those fake ass Ghostbusters? Shit.
Those are fucking
Lame.
bullshit.
So you're gonna do like a T-bone? That's what you're calling it? What are you calling it?
Or ecto cooler tea.
Oh,
Kind of took mine there at the last second, but I tipped my hand a little. Mine would be called Bustin'. Makes you feel good. Bustin' makes me feel good. It's true. If I had to design
most people.
my own tea, unless you've got a blockage or like a sensitivity, or you've got a like plugging. Anyways, next, mine would be called Free to Tea, You and Me, and it would be patchouli flavored. It's like a hippie.
Oh. Mm.
themed thing.
It's good.
I just made it up. Mine would be called Old T-shirt. I don't know why I'm having to come up with puns for these.
I like no.
So-
I like it. That's good.
I do have to say, here's where what I'm really just realized. My friend actually does make tea and has names for them, and they're like nice, but I always forget the names of them because they're kind of complicated and made up. So then I try to make them. I try to recreate them and to tell Viv what kind of tea I want. So one of them's called like. See, I won't even know, but it's just like a bit of delight or something like that. But it was onslaught of happiness is I think what I was calling it.
It's a lot of happiness.
Or onslaught of joy. That's
more-
what it was. Onslaught of joy is what I called it.
It's more than a bit.
It's like an onslaught. So onslaught of joy is mine, I guess.
That'd be like a mint tea.
But mint.
No, it's something happier than it's like this. It's floral. It's herbal floral,
okay.
you know.
Yeah. Like a boysenberry lavender or something.
Yeah, something like that. Something bright, fruity with a little bit of weed in there.
Yeah, all right. Ragweed.
Johnny, you know I'm allergic. Let's move on to the
Yeah, I'm
next
sorry.
question.
That
I
was
didn't mean to
messed
bring
up.
that up. That's,
Do you have a tea?
Wow.
John, did you say one?
I didn't say a tea.
Okay, good. Next question.
What is a feeling that is slightly better than when you get a piece of food unstuck from in between your teeth?
Ooh, that is a really good feeling. That is maybe one of my favorite feelings. As somebody who just like recently, after 30 years off, started eating turkey again, that shit just like lives between my teeth. Like,
yeah.
it's
Get relief
desperately
and
clinging.
satisfaction.
It sucks. So then picking stuff out, like finally getting that released from my tooth gap is like, oh boy. So just, but if you're looking for something, obviously like saving the world would be better, or like, but we need something just slightly better. So like, what's something that's satisfying in that same way? That's like, if you guys have any ideas, fire them out.
Maybe relief, like pulling out a sliver that's been in there for a couple days.
Yeah.
Kind of.
That would
I
be
mean, it's the same
pretty
kind of like idea.
I can think of it's just slightly better. Well, there's one obvious one.
what? Just slightly better though.
Just slightly not like a whole lot.
It doesn't make you feel good. Like, I know that. Look, we know that makes you feel good, but we're talking about just slightly better.
I'm not talking about busting ghosts.
What are you talking about?
Never mind. Just slightly better is the okay. Getting something out of your eye, nah, that's not rewarding because it still hurts after that. Oh, I used to do this thing, where the stuff between your toes.
Yeah, let's hear more.
What?
So let's hear more.
Oh,
There's stuff.
please go on.
Oh god,
Yeah.
oh god, Johnny, I don't like how he's licking his lips.
Well, he just turned his camera off, and now he just turned off the Ghostbusters theme. Busted. You're really towing the line.
No, the
Ooh.
stuff between your toes, your feet get dirty.
Do you call that toe jam?
It's all gross. Like the tooth, for some reason, the tooth thing isn't gross because I guess it kind of is. The thing,
It's a
the
little
toe jam
gross.
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
You get that out of your, that's a relief. You're like, oh, that was there.
What about when your ear pops really big and you didn't even know necessarily? Like,
Yeah.
or you had like a suspicion, like something feels kind of weird, but there's some pressure, but you
Or
didn't
like your
really.
back. Same
When
deal.
your back cracks. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, back
Unexpectedly,
cracking.
and you're like, ooh.
I didn't even know I needed that. Yeah, I think. What else? Anything else? Is there anything else like similarly satisfying?
Popping a pimple. Your
that's
stuff
just
is a big
different
one.
stuff. Yeah,
It's like, okay. Here's what I think it is. Something that is bothering you, though you can't really you're not sure exactly what it is, and then you are suddenly relieved of that.
Oh, yeah, maybe. What about a noise? Like, sometimes have you ever had, like, either an annoying light or an annoying noise that you didn't know was annoying you, but you were feeling anxious, and then it's like the fridge shuts off or whatever, and then you're anxious about your food melting. I'm just kidding. But the noise shuts off, and you're like, oh, shit, I didn't even know that noise was there, but it was really stressing me out.
Right.
That's also similarly satisfying, I think.
When there's something strange in your neighborhood.
Yeah,
Just like, and that gets exterminated.
Right, yeah, exactly. That really does make you feel pretty good. Well, that's all the questions that we have for today, dudes. Now get out there, ask questions. I was trying not to say guys, but I said dudes instead. Is that better? Okay.
It's more encompassing.
Yeah, I guess much more inclusive. That's all the questions for today. Now get out there, ask questions, be curious, not furious. And always remember, the mark of a good question is a question mark. For Finn Hamlin and Johnny Fisher, I'm Nate Chappell, and this is Several Questions.
Thank you for listening to Several Questions, a production of Wolf Out Radio. Click on the link in the show notes for more Wolf Out shows.